disgruntledduck.com.
Hi guys, welcome again. Another model review, another Tamiya model review in fact. This is the AAVP7A1. Couldn't find this one in the shop, so I ended up picking it up on eBay. I think it was around £20, £22, something that sort of price. Something different. I do like a different military vehicle. Some people are just tanks. I like something slightly different, you know, change it up a bit, and this looks really quite cool. Right, it's an amphibious vehicle, US Marine vehicle, 1/35th scale military, which seems to be the way I lean the majority of the time. So let's have a little look. The first thing you can see is this thing is huge. Look at that, it's massive. So that's the sort of size we're talking about. It is pretty big. It does look a bit like a boat, to be honest. So the bottom side of the hull is very simple. We've got some details along there. That's nice and clean. Some nice thick panel lines on the outside. They look more to be weld lines, but they do have a nice feel to them. You can definitely feel a little roughness there. Right, onto the top. Right, so we've got some chunky bits here we're going to have to cut off and clean up nicely from the casting process. Nice bit of detail on top, nice bit of tread pattern on the front and the back. And this is going to pick up nicely. This little, I don't know if this is a handle or what this is, but that's going to pick up nicely with a wash on. That looks pretty clean, pretty nice. The main thing is going to be joining those two guys together. And how clean we can get that seam around the outside. I think this is definitely one we're going to need to have a little look at some reference for, as opposed to just the reference that comes with it. But yeah, that's going to be a big old thing. It looks like pretty much once we're there, we've got a lot of the kit built. So this is going to be a lot of finishing off work, I would assume. More in the painting stages than anything else. So next up, we have. I'll give you a close up of the top of that. Yeah, I'll give you a little close up of the top so you can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's focusing them nicely. That's a nice one, solid cast piece. The next sprue, we have two of these little guys. So it looks like we've got some side skirting for the front. Wheels nicely detailed, sprockets nicely detailed. We've got some lights here. As always, there's nothing really to complain about at all looking at these. The casting looks really nice. I don't see any flash jumping out at me on any of these parts. They look pretty much going to be easy to clean and put straight together. Wheels are nicely defined. We've got some nice wheel nuts on all of these parts that are going to poke out really nicely with a little wash. There's some smaller delicate parts along here we're going to have to be careful with. But apart from that, that looks pretty solid. I have to admit, I am a bit of a Tamiya fanboy, so it's hard for me to find negativities in some of their builds, especially at these price ranges. When I've bought other models for around the same price that are just dire. So, next sprue. This is sprue number B, or sprue lettered B. We've got, so in this kit you get two different turrets. You get the regular turret and the upgun version, so there's two variants you can build. So okay, there we are, these are our side skirts. This is what I thought those last two bits were, so I'm going to have to see what they are. I'm guessing actually, so these will be the little hatches that go on top of this guy, rather than the side skirts. So there's our side skirts. This is going to be the most of the work, is things like this, just making sure we've got a nice clean fit when they go onto sides, so it just looks really tight. Right, we've got some tools for the outside, shovels, axes. We've got some more finer detailed handles and etc, etc. We've got a little troop right there, so I can see a load of flash running down the side of him straight away. Oh, I don't know what it is, it's always the troops. It's always the figures you get those big flash lines on in these tank kits, or these armoured fighting vehicle kits. So we've got some controls, we've got, can I see a gun? I see a machine gun on here at the minute. That might be on the next sprue, I could be wrong. But it looks like this is the rear of our rear of our vehicle, the rear doors, looks to be maybe internal, external. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not sure either if we can have this one with the doors open. So that's going to be something to look at. If we can have it with the doors open, no doubt there's going to be a kit out there, an aftermarket kit for the internal part. That could be quite a fun build actually, doing something like that. So that's our sprue B. Just going to move you through it real slow. So there we go. On to our final sprue of the day. So I might be absolutely blind or stupid, but I don't see really. There we go, there's where our gun is. So this is our second turret option. We've got a secondary figure here. This looks to be part of the front of the vehicle. We've got a chain of bullets, our hatches, and really the final parts of the top of the turret. Again, load of detail, very nice. No flash, just a minimal bit of flash on this little fella here. I'm not a massive figure fan. That's more a case of my abilities. But this guy don't look too bad. His face is covered, so there's not going to be a lot of flesh work to do. So we might be able to get away with that and do a half decent job on it. So there's your final sprue. That's probably the most basic sprue of the kit. But of course, we do have a couple more bits in the box. So we've got some string. It's probably going to be for our towing ropes, etc. We've got our poly caps. And we've got a big old metal bar. I'm not sure what that's going to be for. Probably to hold in the drive sprockets or something. We've got what looks to be decals for at least 2, maybe 3 different versions. So that looks nice. Rubber tracks, which any Tamiya kit of this era are going to be in there. There's probably some aftermarket. I'd expect there to be aftermarket tracks for a kit like this. There's quite a few AAVP kits out there, so you're definitely going to be able to find something if you go in that aftermarket route. No doubt there's going to be some photo etch as well on the market. And right, we have our instructions finally. So, see what it's going to look like. Finally, quite a big chunky kit, nice and easy as always. Nice simple instruction with Tamiya. Got our paint guide, first page. You know all the paints you need. If you build in a lot of military, you're going to build these colours up quite quickly and have a little collection of them. As long as you've got your basic colours, you can usually mix something quite similar. So yeah, nice and simple instructions. This shouldn't be too much of a complicated build, to be honest. I'm hoping that this is going to be quite a quick one. I'd love to see this painted up. So there we go, there's our 2 versions of our different turrets that we can use. And then finally we've got our colour schemes. So we've got one based in East Asia, we've got 2 variants in the desert with our different turret versions. So yeah, another review video done and dusted. Hope you've been enjoying these. Eventually there's going to be some build videos. The problem, it's not a problem that I don't build anything, I just don't finish anything. I've got, I think at the minute, 30 plus models on the go, so I need to actually finish something and get it out and done and up on the shelf. But until then, expect some more review videos. The stash grows daily. Happy modelling to you guys until the next time I see you, and check out the channel, and I'll see you soon.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.